friends, I am back with another candle review, and today we are going to be talking about Homeworx Scarlet Woods. Now this fragrance was released, I want to say it was in 2020 or 2019. If you can recall correctly, please let me know in the comment box down below. But when this fragrance was initially released, it was part of a QVC TSV. You know what those are, well, if you're familiar with the brand. It is usually a trio of scents, 3 different fragrances that are in a 3-wick. I want to say it's a 14-ounce formula. And while it did not return last year in 2021, I was very happy to see it return to the homeworx.shop website earlier this year. Well, not that much earlier. I would say maybe about a month and a half, 2 months ago. This is a fragrance that I wasn't so sure that I would like it on cold sniff, which is why I tell you guys, give fragrances a chance, even if you're not, unless you flat out really don't like a fragrance on cold sniff, then I would say, okay, maybe gift it. But if it's one that you're not so sure about, go ahead, light it up and burn it, because sometimes a fragrance can really transform once you get the wicks, oh my goodness, you guys, the wicks lit. Please don't lick your wicks. That would not be good. All right, so let's talk about this candle. This is the 4-wick, 18-ounce standard Homeworx jar. It does currently come with the different lids, you know, like the style lid. Now, I did hear Harry say last week on an Instagram live that the traditional, more chrome lids will be making a comeback. These ones right now are just a temporary fix for supply chain issues, which I know, you know, not only myself, but others who have reviewed candles have also suggested that it is likely due to a supply chain issue. So for the time being, it is coming with that lid, which is not a big deal to me. The scent notes on this are scarlet red woods, cardamom, clove bud, and vanilla. So, you know, scarlet red woods, what is that? I don't really know what that fragrance note is. It is probably just an accord. There's definitely cardamom and some clove and vanilla in here. Now, I will say that this candle is honestly very difficult for me to describe. Like I said, I definitely pick up the cardamom and the clove a little bit, not too much sweetness of the vanilla. And this is a nice, when it says scarlet redwoods, I'm not really quite sure what, you know, like I just said, I'm not really sure what that means, other than there is an earthiness to this candle, not like a patchouli or like a, as Melanie would say, a dirty hippie scent. It's not that, and it's not even like a fresh pine scent that you would get from a tree note. It's not traditionally masculine, like sometimes I have associated more quote unquote woodsy fragrances to be. This, what really stands out to me is the cardamom and the clove. It is a warm scent that is just really, really nice. Now, I would say that this candle is perfect for burning throughout the month of November. This is when, for me personally, I am tired of pumpkin. I'm long over apple. I am looking forward to the holidays, but my house is not yet quite decorated for Christmas, so I can't justify, or I just can't get in the mood for burning full-on tree scents yet. But I want to start preparing myself, just like I did a couple of months ago when we were coming from from summer into fall. Now this is kind of what I would call a fall transitional scent, meaning we're coming out of, like I said, pumpkin, apple, and now we're starting to slowly get ready for the holidays. It's funny, the other day I was burning this candle and my teenage daughter walked in the house and she was like, oh, it smells like Christmas in here. So it's really hard for me to describe the actual fragrance of it, other than it does remind me of Christmas without it being a traditional tree note, or there's no cinnamon in here, so it's not a gourmand, it's not a balsam or like white birch if you're familiar with Homeworx. It's not like that at all. It's just a scent that really makes your home feel warm and inviting and cozy, which I don't know about you, I am always aiming for that. I burn candles because my mom burned them when I was a kid. So I know that it's probably a nostalgic thing, but I always knew that when I came home and there was a candle burning, I just felt so comfortable. I felt like I belonged there. I mean, not that, I don't know, that sounds kind of cheesy because obviously I knew I belonged with my family, but there was just something about coming home, and fragrance can evoke such memories for us. And so my goal when I am burning a candle in my home is obviously for my own family to feel that way, but I also want anybody who is coming into my home to also feel that way. So let's talk about the performance of this candle. It is burning very well for me. Now I'm going to go ahead and lift up the stand here so you guys can see. I've had this one burning for maybe only about 20 minutes. So you can see that it's starting to pool out. I would say within 45 minutes, this is going to be completely pooled out. The wicks are like I would say like a medium thickness. I'm not having any issues with the wicks moving or falling over, which I know was an issue earlier this year. As you can also see, the wax is, sorry, let me adjust this. Woof, there we go. The wax is also burning a lot more cleanly around the edges of the candle. My Harvest Leaves and Golden Harvest, which were two earlier releases from Homeworx, while they themselves burned fine for me, they were leaving a wax residue along the glass vessel. And I know that I'm not the only person who talks about candles that had mentioned that. I believe Joshua over at Touch the Fire Twice, he had made mention of that as well. So I am happy to say that that has not been an issue with this candle. And I actually have two of these. One is currently not lit. I only have this one lit for the review right now, but both jars are doing really well for me. I'm not having any of those issues. So it looks like, hopefully, let's cross our fingers, that that issue has been resolved. Not that that was really a big deal to me anyways, but you know, when you're reviewing candles, you're kind of looking to nitpick for anything that somebody might find fault with. The strength and throw of this one, I would honestly give this probably about an 8. This one is performing very, very well for me. Now we are finally at a time in the year where I am able to have my windows open. If you are new to my channel, I reside in Arizona, and if you've ever been to Arizona in the summertime, you know that we do not open up our windows pretty much from early June until mid-October. It is just too blasted hot for us to do that. So I thankfully have been enjoying some cooler weather and have been able to have my windows open throughout my house. And this candle is still performing very well. I am able to smell it throughout my living room, which is behind you right here. I mean, it's a little bit blurry, but there are high ceilings back there. It is about a 1,700 square foot ranch style house. It's a single story. And I am able to smell this candle all the way into my master bedroom, which is kind of how I gauge the throw of this. Strength is also about an 8 because I am able to smell it pretty much upon walking into the home, which is always something that I am aiming for. I would also say though that despite it being a strong performer for me, this one is not headache inducing. So I believe that this is a fragrance that if you have people who are a little bit more scent sensitive coming into your home, I don't believe that they're going to get a headache from this one. It's not as strong as say like a cinnamon based candle, or maybe one that is like a floral. You're not going to really have those issues, in my opinion. I don't know, maybe somebody who has, you know, more fragrance sensitivities would disagree with me, but I personally don't really think that that is going to be the case with this candle. Overall, I am really glad that this candle has made a return. I did go ahead and purchase another one last week during the Snowed In sale. As I have said in every one of my reviews, I will go ahead and repeat here for you. These candles retail for $30. It is currently available on the homeworx.shop website. However, you never ever need to spend full price on these candles because quite honestly, they are running sales almost every weekend. I've seen some great sales actually the last 2 weekends, and I feel like that's a pattern that is probably going to keep going, especially as we are heading into the holiday shopping season. There are also discount codes available. There are various quote unquote influencer codes that can be used to get an additional 10% off of your purchase. And usually that purchase threshold has to be around $40. I would also recommend signing up for the Homeworx Rewards program. You guys, I've been able to save a lot of money. I mean, I definitely spend more than enough money on candles, but I've been able to get a little bit of a discount by cashing in some of my rewards. You can exchange your points for dollars off of your purchases. So if you are not currently signed up for that, I will have a link in the description box down below, so that way you can sign up for that. I believe you also get maybe $15 off your first purchase. Don't quote me on that exactly, but I will have that information linked in the description box down below. Let me know if you have purchased this candle or if this is one that you have in your collection. What do you think about it? Is it one that you loved a couple of years ago in the TSV and have repurchased? Or is this maybe a first time purchase for you? I would be really curious to know. Don't forget that if you liked this video to hit the thumbs up button, because it really helps me out. If you are just stumbling across my channel for the first time, hi, my name is Katie. My channel is dedicated to candle and beauty content, so if that is something that sounds interesting to you, feel free to hit that subscribe button and notification bell, so that way you will be notified every time I upload new content. If you are interested in some of my other candle reviews or maybe some candle hauls, I will have those playlists linked at the very end of this video and down in the description box for you. YouTube should be making those suggestions for you at any moment now. I want to say thank you so much for spending your time here with me today, and until my next video, I hope you go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.